with the all-new, all-electric Fiat 500e. I thought it would be nice to revisit the previous generation, since these cars are now fairly affordable and have become the go-to car for novice gear drivers. So let's see if it appeals to my feminine side. First of all, I must say I'm not a huge fan of this sugar-coated interior. It's not my cup of tea, but on the other hand, it's way more interesting than your regular city car like VW Polo or Opel Corsa or Toyota Yaris. So to be fair, it's just a more pleasant place to be. Too bad the quality isn't much higher, but it is what it is. But to be fair, it's fit and finished pretty good. There's no rattle, so no reason to complain, I guess. But I'm here today to test whether the Fiat 500 is something more than just pretty face. If I'm being completely honest, the power band of this engine is a little bit confusing, because unlike many single cam engines, this one doesn't have too much low-end torque. You have to keep it way above 2500 RPM to get any kind of response. Just before we were driving uphill and I had to downshift to climb this hill. Here is a bit different. We're going downhill, so it's kind of stretching its legs a little bit, but I'm kind of underwhelmed. The other major complaint I got here on this section, I'm starting to feel a little bit of brake fade. It's not all bad though, far from it. Besides the slightly unsporty sitting position, I would prefer much lower sitting position, but steering wise I was pleasantly surprised. The rack is quite fast. And gives a fairly good amount of feedback, so that's a good thing, definitely. Okay. And the other major positive I noticed is the shifting quality. Frankly, I was expecting something a bit French-like, loose linkage. It's nothing like this. The shifting quality is high. You always know what gear you're in, even based on the position of the lever. Oh, we had a little bit of rear axle lift. Suspension wise is everything you could expect from a quote-unquote go-kart like this. It's got a very short wheelbase, so over potholes it tends to be jumpy. But on the flip side, it's very eager to change directions. Combined with the steering rack, as I said, it's pretty quick. The car doesn't require too much input on tight bends like this. But engine wise, as you can see, I had to downshift because I was asking too much. Okay, having spent some time behind the wheel of this fun little toy, I must say I'm really pleasantly surprised by it. Besides the really cool design, which appeals to females, it's a fairly competent little ride. Like I said before, everything works the way it should. It's got great suspension, although a little bit harsh, but very confident. Great shifting quality. It's pretty spacious in here, even for a big dude like myself at 5'7". Performance wise, I would skip the lower end versions like this one, 1.2 normally aspirated, or the 0.9 turbo 2-cylinder, or the diesel 1.3. I would opt for the 1.4 Starjet or the Abarth 500, but we're talking different money here. It's up to you what fits your budget and your needs. But other than that, it's a really fun little car, and I'm having a really fun time behind the wheel. With that said, I think I will wrap it here for this interview. Thanks for watching. Take care.